As we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That's to his running back, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Mayfield to throw it.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
They find some open field here. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
To throw, Mayfield.
He'll get this into the hands of Bird.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Damiere Byrd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They go play action. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right?
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Following the interception, Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
First down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Here's Mayfield.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Back 55. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check 99. Check 99.
Mayfield looks to throw. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Steelers nothing.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10.
Check. 43. Bring it. 43 is the mic. Watch the slide.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Oh, you got D? Back. Check 31. I got you.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it is 42-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Let's go.
After the sack on first down, Roethlisberger, big hold of the 30, and he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Get ready.
Ben to throw again. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear.
That is one.
time.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3rd down gain of 19. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Gotta do better.
Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. We ain't giving up nothing today. Chance. Kill.
From the red zone now, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. They'll give it to Chubb. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Landry now on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Under 10. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. A run for Nick Chubb. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield quickly into the hands of Beckham. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Roethlisberger will throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
He's got Claypool. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down. The fullback wide. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by John Johnson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together.